Welcome back to the News Hub. I'm Wendy Bounds. Stock futures, they are dipping this morning ahead of a huge deluge of economic data. We're getting some of that out right now. We've got the ADP numbers, 158,000 new jobs added to private payrolls in October. Initial jobless claims, those are also out. We're hearing that they have dropped 9,000 to about 363,000 Jonathan Chang, he's right here. He's going to help us make sense of it all. Wow, you got a lot of data coming your way this morning to try and piece out. Let's talk about first the jobless claim numbers and the ADP numbers. Are they in line with consensus?
Well, they are roughly in line with consensus, but there's a big asterisk this month. First of all, it's the election, so we know that these job numbers are going to be more closely watched. But with the ADP in particular, they've changed their methodology this month, just in time for the election. It basically means that this number, it's hard to read because they've changed the way they calculate it and the people who are calculating it. So it's on the whole an okay number for the market. Right. You saw actually the stock futures are actually up a little bit now, but you can see that it's hardly moved at all.
Right.
We saw that yesterday as well, and I think the key is before the big number, which is tomorrow's official unemployment numbers, and before the election on Tuesday, I don't think you're going to see too many investors making any big moves because there's just a lot of uncertainty with Tuesday, and I think that's really the bogey that people are watching.
Tuesday, of course, being the election, and just in case people have forgotten, in the middle of Hurricane and Superstorm Sandy. Let's talk also, there's other data due out today that people are watching very closely, manufacturing data, consumer confidence, earnings. Walk us through some of that, Jonathan.
Sure. Well, I mean, look, there's a lot of data this week to begin with. Take the fact that we've lost 2 days because of Sandy, and now you have to crunch on a lot of data in these few days. Now, the first of the month is manufacturing. We're going to get that today, and that's a big number. You always get that first of the month around the globe. You saw China, which is really important, had a great manufacturing number.
And the market's been skittish about that. The futures were down this morning. People were skittish about this number.
That's right, but you know, we haven't gotten it here in the U.S., but it was a good number in China. That's important, and as you say, a lot of earnings as well. So there's a lot to come out. Pfizer reported this morning. They disappointed. They were already pretty weak yesterday. So a little bit of follow through here with earnings being just not a great picture this quarter, and that's a concern for investors.
What about the consumer confidence numbers due out? I mean, how much will people be paying attention to that amid everything else?
Well, what's amazing is that consumers have largely held up. They've been optimistic. I mean, people are pegging that to housing data. Home prices are going up, and that always helps the way you feel when you step into the shopping mall. And I think we've started to see real evidence of that. So I think people are going to look for that trend to continue. Although, again, with any one particular reading, it's hard to read too much into it. And I wouldn't expect a big market move based on that sort of data because, as I say, Tuesday is coming up.